Good morning, all of you. So, yesterday's all three sessions, have you understood? I hope you have understood them. Everyone was present yesterday. Anyone who was absent? I think you were absent yesterday. Anyone else who was absent? You were absent yesterday. Did you but watch recordings? To some extent. Notes. Okay, no problem. So, which topic we are doing? We are doing topic of value of supply. Value of supply is given in which section? It is given in section 15 of CGST Act, where section 15 says that assessable value shall be transaction value. Assessable value shall be transaction value. What is the meaning of transaction value? That is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both, where supply and recipient of supply is not related to each other and price is sole consideration. Sole means only consideration. Okay. And what this value should include? Yesterday we have seen inclusions in the value. Inclusions in the value are discussed in section 15 subsection 2. What are those inclusions? You should include taxes. Which taxes? Other than GST. You should include any expenses which are incidental to supply, that is given in actually clause C, but then you should include any expense which are incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier, given in clause B. You should include interest, late fees, penalty which is recovered from recipient of supply, and finally you should include any subsidies, those subsidies which are linked to the price of the goods other than central government and state government subsidy. Before that we had done section 9. What is section 9? Levy and collection of GST, where subsection 1 talks about FCM, 2 talks about, no, 2 talks about 5 fuels which are kept out of GST temporarily. 3 and 4 talk about RCM. RCM means liability of recipient of supply to pay GST in some notified cases. And then you have 5. What is 5? Liability of that e-commerce operator to pay GST. That happens in 5 notified services when these services are supplied through ECO. This way you have the arrangement of section 9. Okay, now I had told you yesterday that first thing we will do is now go to 15.3. So what is 15.3? 15.3 is exclusions. What is 15.3? Exclusions while computing what? While computing assessable value. There is only one exclusion. You know what is that exclusion? That is exclusion of discount. So what you should exclude while computing assessable value? You should exclude discount. Okay. See, what you should exclude? You should exclude discount. Which types of discounts are there? There are two types of discounts. One is such which are given discounts which are given before or at the time of supply. Such discounts which are given before or at the time of supply. What is the example of that such discount? Exactly, trade discount. So it is very simple to minus this discount. It is absolutely simple to minus this trade discount. Why? Because you are giving it before supply. You are not even, increasing, you are not even recovering this amount from the recipient of supply. So obviously this trade discount is easy, very easy to exclude. Okay. So trade discount will be excluded, but there is one condition. Condition is that It should be recorded in the invoice. It should be what? It should be recorded in the invoice. Means, just to give you an example, I am saying that catalog price, which price? Catalog price is 1 lakh. But I am saying there is a discount. There is a discount at 50%, and this is trade discount. This is given at the time of supply itself. So say this discount is 50,000. So what is the assessable value? Exactly. So assessable value is 50,000. You have to minus it. Government says, okay, you're not recovering it from recipient of supply. So of course, don't include it in the value. Very straightforward, very obvious point. Challenge is in which discount? Challenge is in that discount which is given after supply. Given what? Exactly. Such discount which is given after supply, that is very challenging. Because first you sold the goods for 50,000, this 50. And afterwards, you had put some condition that if you pay in so and so time, we will give you discount. If you purchase so much quantities from us, we will give you discount. Some condition was put, that condition is satisfied. Okay, so very problematic, because when I sold goods for 50,000, I declared assessable value as 50,000. So I made tax invoice for 50,000. I made that 50,000 receivable from you plus GST on that 50,000. And suddenly I am saying, wait, value is not 50,000, it is 48,000 only. We are going to give discount of say 2,000. Then government says, what is this? This is a surprise for us that you are giving discount now. It hurts government now. You are reducing the value. When you reduce the value, what will happen? GST also will get reduced. So government says if you want to exclude such discount, you have to satisfy 3 conditions. How many conditions? 3 conditions. So example of this discount is what discount? Cash discount. Yes, such cash discount which is given after supply, or quantity discount. Quantity discount. Such discounts are example of which discount? Discount given after supply. But what are the conditions to be satisfied? There are, friends, 3 conditions to be satisfied. So can we check the conditions? Can we check conditions? What are the conditions to be satisfied? These are conditions for excluding discount of section 15(3)(b). What are the conditions? First condition, this discount should not be haphazard. Haphazard means when I sold the goods, I just sold it and I did not talk about I giving discount in future. But in future, I gave discount. Okay, I just called recipient of supply. I told him, if you pay me now, I'm ready to give you discount. Government says don't minus such discount. For subtracting discount, what should happen? The terms of discount should exist. Terms of discount should exist. When it should exist? exactly at time of supply. See, opposite of discount was interest, which has to be included. For including anything, there is no condition, because including something will increase the value. Condition is only for decreasing the value. Secondly, discount should be relatable, should be relatable, yes, to tax invoice. Means I should know that I have given discount against which invoice exactly. Because as A, I have done say 5 times sales to you under different invoice, and sum total is 10 lakh that you have to pay me. So I give you discount of say 25,000. But this 25,000 is against exactly which invoice, that should be known. And lastly, last condition is ITC. What is ITC? Input tax credit as is attributable to discount should be reversed, should be reversed by recipient of supply. Means what? Means what? Understand. A sold goods to B for 50,000. So what is 50,000? Assessable value. Plus he charged GST at 18%, 9,000. So 59,000 is invoice value. Everything is going on well. Okay, this happened on 1st March 2025. This transaction. This transaction was supported by document called as, of course, tax invoice, which I told you is like evidence that such transaction took place. On this basis, what happened? On this basis, you will agree A has got output tax of how much? On this basis, A has got output tax of 9,000. And on basis of this transaction, B has claimed ITC of how much? B has claimed ITC of 9,000. Supplier's output tax is recipient of supplies ITC. Supplier's output tax is recipient of supplies ITC. Yesterday we have even seen accounting entries. Now you are saying, so I'm not showing you accounting entry again. You know the accounting entries. For him, this is liability. So for B, it is asset. Government is not giving ITC of 9,000 from its pocket. That ITC could be given because it is A's output tax. But now A is saying later A is proposing to give discount. Later A is giving discount. Giving what? Discount to B for sake of simplicity of say rupees 1,000. Of say rupees 1,000. Now government says that what accounting entry you will pass? Who? What accounting entry A will pass? If A is giving discount, what is the entry for discount? For A, it is discount given. So discount given is what? Income or expense? Expense. So A will pass the accounting entry, discount account debit. How much discount? 1000. And he is thinking of excluding that from value. If he excludes discount from value, value will go down. So GST will also go down. But earlier he has recorded GST of 9,000, which was a liability, which was put on the credit side to output tax. Now he wants to reduce the output tax. How he will reduce the output tax? He will debit what? He will debit output tax by how much? By 180. And that much less he will recover from B, 1180. In short, A is dreaming of reducing output tax. Do you agree? Means A is dreaming of having net output tax as 9,000 minus 180. You can check. You can check 49,000 into 18%. What is 49,000 into 18%? Check on your calci. 49,000 into 18%. 8,820. Check na. 9,000 minus 180. This is what he is dreaming of. He is dreaming of paying GST of only 8820. But government says, wait, there is one more stakeholder. If you reduce your output tax, we cannot allow you to reduce output tax unless B reduces what? Otherwise, government will be in loss. So B should do what entry? B should pass the entry. A's account debit. How much? 1180. To what? It is discount received or discount given? For B, it is discount received. So to discount account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all gains and income. So to discount, how much? 1000. And friends, most important, to ITC. To ITC, how much? 180. ITC had a debit balance. For that debit, he is doing a credit. So ITC is reversed. If he does, this is called as reversal of or reduction in ITC. If he reduces this 180, then only he can reduce this 180. If B reduces ITC, he can reduce output tax. Simple. Government goes in reverse way. They say that we should first reduce ITC, then we will give you exclusion of discount. Otherwise, we will be at loss as government. That is the condition. One more thing I want to ask you. When I sold goods as A to B, what document I had made? Tax invoice. Now what should I do with that tax invoice? Now value is not 50,000, now value is 49,000. Should I tear that tax invoice and throw in dustbin? Not possible. Effect of that tax invoice is already given. I cannot disregard that tax invoice. It is already made in the month of March. So now a separate document will be issued as A. What I am doing with B's account? I am crediting the B's account. So I should issue document for this accounting entry. I should issue document for this particular transaction, that document is called as what? Credit note. Because how I am treating my customer, I am crediting his account, so I should issue credit note. Needless to say, when I charge interest, I increase the value. Which document? If for discount, document is credit note, then for increasing the value, which document? No, opposite of credit note, debit note. So for increasing the value, debit note. For decreasing the value, credit note. That's it. This is your topic of value of supply. Topic is done because you have 15.1, 15.2 and 15.3. That's it. Why so? Why not 4 and 5? So see, why not 4 and 5 you have? Because 4 says if AV cannot be taken as TV. Why AV cannot be taken as TV? Supplier, recipient of supply are related to each other. Or second, price is not sole consideration. You remember yesterday's example? iPhone was sold for say 80,000 plus old iPhone. Price is not sole considered. Sole means only. So you can't take AV as TV. Then what to do? Then you have to go to what? Valuation rules. For you, it's not to be covered in separate session. It's to be covered in CA final. It is to be covered in CA final. So in short, you don't have 15.4. And 15.5, for some notified goods, government will pick up some goods and they will say, we don't trust TV in this case. We don't trust what? Transaction value. So we will tell you how the value should be calculated. Where we will tell you? In the rules. Anyways, you don't have rules in your syllabus right now, especially the rules related to valuation. You don't have in syllabus right now. So this will also go at your CA final level. Clear? Now, go to sums on this. Page number 24 in the sums. These are all exam questions. These all are exam questions. Go to question number 1. Are you all there? Question 1. So I'll tell you what we have to do. We have to solve this one. We have to solve one. Second will be homework. Third, we have to solve. You should know now what we have to do. Fourth, we have to solve. Fifth will be homework, but we will discuss. Every homework we'll discuss now itself. Sixth, we will solve. I mean, this is self-assessment questions, but still we will solve. This also will solve. This will be homework. This will be homework. And this will be homework. So half questions we will solve, half you will do as practice. Pay attention. All of you on first question. From following information, Determine value of taxable supply. As per provisions of section 15 of CGST Act. What is the contracted value of supply? What is the contracted value of supply? 11 lakhs. And how is 11 lakhs? Including GST. Actually, what I should understand is contracted value is including GST. I won't say exact 11 lakh is including GST. Whatever amount is recovered from recipient of supply is including GST. I cannot guarantee 11 is full and final answer. Because if you say that 11 is full and final answer, you will do this. 11 lakh is equal to 118 because 100 plus GST. Then GST is how much? But this you don't have to do because I don't know whether 11 lakh is final answer. There may be some things recovered from you which are not included in 11 lakhs. I'll have to add that and then do this working. So see, contracted value, this contracted value includes the following. You keep on telling me what you should do. What you should do with packing? Include or exclude? Include. I will not be happy with answer of just include. Tell me clause. Inclusion means which clause? Which subsection? Inclusion means subsection 2. And this is incidental expense. So which clause? C. What about protective packing? Same. Include. What about design and engineering charges? Same. Include. Ask yourself question, can your whatever machine or whatever goods, can your goods be completed unless and until you do designing? It's not possible. So you are just taking these amounts which are connected with supply. So what you will do? Include. Include means what? Include means usually you would have added. But 11 lakh, they are saying that is contracted value includes the following. So what? Absolutely no effect. It should be included. It is already included. So no effect. What will you do with commission? Commission, see which commission? It is commission paid to agent by recipient on instruction of supplier. You realize what it is? It was supposed to be paid by supplier, but it is paid by recipient. So you will include it as per 15(2)(b. And same thing, threat and insurance paid by recipient on behalf of supplier. Same thing. So in short, this 5 and this 75 you are adding. So what is your answer? Answer in the sense, in 11 lakh you will add 5 and 75. You will get 11 lakh. And now 1180 is equal to 118. So 18 is how much? So you will get GST. What is your GST amount? What is your GST amount? Of course, if all of you use the calcs, I'll be happy. 11,80,000 into 18 upon 118. I hope you got it. Unitary method I am doing, nothing else. You got the equation, na? 1180 is including GST of 18%. So 1180 is assessable value plus 18. So 1180 is 118. So GST of 18 is how much? 1,80,000. If you minus 1,80,000 from 1180, what will be the assessable value? So your assessable value is 10 lakhs. Let's solve it. This was not solving. This was just discussion. Let's solve it now. Question number 1. Any doubt, please feel free to ask. Don't reserve the doubts and go home. Any doubts? Please ask. Question 1. What heading I should give? Computation of what? Assessable value. That is transaction value as per section 15 of CGST Act. Is the heading clear to all of you? I believe in giving perfect heading. Then perfect format. I hope all of you will use scale pencil. What format will you make? Particulars, amount in terms of rupees. Have you done this format? Yes. Now start with A point. A point is, what is the contracted value of supply? Yes. What is contracted value of supply? How much? 11 lakhs. B point, add. What things are you adding? Yes, one is commission. Which commission it is? Commission paid by? Yes, very good. Commission paid by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier. How much is that commission? 5,000. Take this 5,000, and one more thing you have, that is threat and insurance paid by recipient of supply, right, full form, on behalf of supplier. What is the amount? 75,000. Take the total. Please take the total and tell me what is this called as. Can I call this as transaction value? But how is this transaction value? This transaction value is including GST at 18%. D point, From this, you less GST at 18%. How you have calculated that we will show by note, but it is 1,80,000. And now you get E point. Therefore, assessable value. So what is assessable value? 10 lakhs. It is so simple. Have you all got 10 lakhs? Once you get 10 lakhs, let me know. Term is not over. Lot of notes we have to write. Notes for what? Why we adding this commission? For that we'll write note 2. We will club that with VAT and insurance in note 2. Why we are subtracting GST? We will write in note 3. We have to justify. Whatever you are doing, in every transaction you have to justify. Shall we go ahead? All of you have reached 10 lakhs. So go ahead, write notes. First note, as per section 15(1) of CGST Act 2017, assessable value shall be dash. Assessable value shall be transaction value. Isn't it? As per section 15(1) of CGST Act, assessable value shall be transaction value. That is price actually paid or payable for supply of goods or services or both, where supplier and right full form, where supplier and recipient of supply are not related to each other and price is sole consideration. Understood, no? Price should be only consideration and price is sole consideration. This is your first note. This note should always come in the question of value of supply. Whatever is the question of value of supply, this is your first note. Second, what is second note for? Once you complete this note, let me know. I'll go to second. Second is for what? We have decided, na, second. Second is for what? Yes. So, as per section 15, subsection 2, clause B of CGST Act 2017, transaction value shall include shall include any expenses which are incurred. No, these are not incidental. These are expenses which are incurred by, right, full form, incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of supply. Okay, so no need to again write that hence we have added back freight and insurance paid by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier and commission. No need to write because already we have referred note 2 there. Third note is for what? GST. But first you complete this. Second, may I go to third note? Third note you are saying is for GST. So which clause, which subsection? So as per section 15 subsection 2 clause A of CGST Act, transaction value shall include what? Transaction value shall include any taxes other than GST. Continue. Since given TV is including GST at 18%, it has to be excluded. It has to be excluded. That is deducted. Full stop. Continue. 11,80,000 is equal to 118. 100 plus 18. So 18 of GST is how much? So therefore, GST is equal to 11,80,000 into 18 by 118. If anyone wants to be very precise, then this calculation is given in Rule 35 of CGST rules. You can just mention that. If you remember, mention. What next? Any other note you want which is pending, you feel? There is one thing which you have neglected. And what you neglect, please you should write note for that. Most important. You have neglected this packing and design and engineering. So you should write note for that. What note will you write? Yes, note number 4. What note will you write? Section 15, subsection 2. Which clause for incidental expenses? C. Section 15, subsection 2, clause C of CGST Act 2017 states that, what it states? It states that transaction value shall include what? It shall include, it shall include any expenses which are incidental to supply. Do you agree with me? Which are incidental to supply. Hence, it shall include packing charges, comma, both the two packings, I think, both both primary packing as well as packing at buyer's request. Hence, it shall include packing charges, both primary packing as well as packing at buyer's request, and design and what? And design and engineering charges. Full stop. Continue. Since given value of rupees, I think 11 lakh 80,000 is, no, sorry, since given value of rupees 11 lakh is including these amounts, no further adjustment is required for the same. No further adjustment is required for the same. Hence, ignored. Hence, neglected. While computing assessable value. Your answer should be so perfect. If it's a 5 marks question, and if you do only solution without notes, you will get 2 out of 5. Notes have balance 60% of the weightage. I'm clarifying now only because afterwards students ask that should we write notes? Is it compulsory? So yes. Another question: should we write so specifically section, subsection, clause? Better, because our preparation is for getting minimum 45 out of 50. If that is your aim, then yes. If your aim is just to somehow pass, then no. But if our aim is bit good, then yes. Better that we write section, subsection, clause. If you can't remember clause, at least subsection. If you can't remember subsection, at least section. If you can't remember section, then you will write as per relevant provisions. Then there is no other option. Clear? Next question. You try immediately on your calci and try telling me answer of this question. Because it's homework, I'll give you 2 minutes. You try telling me its answer. Then we will discuss at length. So, anyone with the answer? Except one adjustment, it is same like last question. What's the answer? GST is 50,000. So, what's the assessable value? 10 lakhs. Yes. Assessable value is 10 lakhs. Okay, here is where, I have given you one side printed and one side blank. Here is where that blank side will be useful. You have notes? Those who were absent yesterday? What's your name? You have notes? He has notes? You have notes? One copy I have here. Either of you can take it. Go ahead and take that copy. Either of you can take it. And I'll ask in the break someone to give you the copy. So, yes, you can write hint for this. Your answer is 10 lakhs. How you answer is 10 lakhs? This is your hint for question number 2. What was given amount? 10 lakh 56,000. But did you see 1056 included many things? 1056 included drawing, primary packing, packing at buyer's request, and the already contracted sale price of this already includes the following. So, you will not do anything. It's already included and it is supposed to be included. So, freight and insurance from place of removal to buyer's premises. Very good. All these are incidental. 15 to C. No effect. They are already included. They should be included. No effect. What will you do with discount of 6,000? Exclude. Discount of 6,000 you will exclude. So, less discount 6,000. So, what is your transaction value including GST? 10 lakh 50,000. Did you see GST percentage? 5. So, less GST at 5%, 50,000. So, what is your assessable value? First, that is the final answer. How many of you got it correct? What about others? You are still trying it, I hope. More hands should go up next time. Because very simple question. For discount, the note will be under 15(3)(a). Very good. Because it's a discount which is given before supply. So, this is your hint. Notes and all you will write. What note should you have written? You should have written note of 15(1). What? 15(3)(a) for excluding that GST, and then you should show that also 10 lakh 50,000 into 5 upon 105. Then, sorry, 15 to C. Anything else? GST we have written. 15.3a we have written. So of course, sorry, third was for GST. That will be 15.2a, isn't it? And fourth was this. Clear, all of you? Shall we go ahead? Next question. And two students wants notes also. I don't understand Kannada, but you can go ahead. Can you pass on that notes to someone? No, both has to be given to same student. And get one more copy of notes. Anyone else who doesn't have? Only one. Rather bring two. One I'll keep. Go to third question. Quantum Plastic Private Limited, Delhi, supplies plastic granulation machine to C Limited, Delhi. It furnishes following details. List price of machine. What is the list price of machine? How is 1 lakh? That's very important. It is exclusive of taxes. And when I say excluding discount, it means discount is not yet subtracted. Excluding discount means doesn't mean after minusing discount. It means discount is not considered. So if any discount is there, you will minus it. What will you do with corrugated boxes used for packing and they are not included in the price above? You ask yourself, is it inclusion or exclusion? 15 C. It is inclusion. It is not yet included. So what will you do? You will add. Now comes showstopper point. Subsidy. Whose subsidy it is? Delhi government. Yeah, thank you. You can keep it in. Yes, thank you. I'll use it in the break after the. Friends. Delhi government subsidy you will include or exclude? You will exclude. And how is the price? Price given, I mean subsidy is considered in the price above. Means price is after subsidy, means you have already deducted. You have already deducted and you should have deducted, so no effect. This is as per 15(2)(e). Most critical at this. If this was NGO subsidy, then if this was NGO subsidy, you should have added, included. And then discount at 2% is offered on list price. And this is recorded in the invoice. Very good. So you can minus it as per 15(2)(a). Sorry, my bad, 15(3)(a). So can you tell me what is the amount of discount? 1 lakh into 2%, because this is list price. You minus 2000. So tell me what is the final answer? Huh? Not 98,000. 99,000. Don't forget you have added this packing. So 1 lakh plus 1,000 minus 2000, 99,000. That's it. Such a simple question. Mind you, it is also exam question. Question number 3. Computation of assessable value, that is transaction value under section 15(1) of CGST Act 2017. Acquainted with heading now? Particulars, amount in terms of rupees. One extra copy you can keep here. There is one extra copy, no? Start with A point. List price of machine. One lakh. After that, what will you do? After list price of machine, you will add packing charges. Packing charges are 1000. You will get subtotal. It's okay even if you don't want to find subtotal. Nothing depends on that. D point less discount. But discount is at 2%. Mind you, 2% of 1 lakh. So that's it. Therefore, assessable value. Assessable value is 99,000. Such a simple question, but if provided, you have understood everything. For packing charges, you write note 2. For discount, you write note 3. Once you get till 99,000, let me know. All got 99,000. Write notes. First note, I am not going to write in detail now. I am not going to write repetitive notes. I am just going to give reference. But you should write afterwards in detail, or in exam you should write in detail. So first note should have been on 15(1). Second note should have been on 15(2). C. Third note should have been on 15(3)A. I have never written for you note of 15(3)A, so I'll write it. Section 15(3)A of CGST Act 2017 states that transaction value shall not include, or you can say exclude, it's one and the same, shall not include any what? Discount which is given before or yes or at the time of supply. Do you agree? What next, friends? What note? Subsidy. So that is note number 4. No other note, no? That's it. Subsidies note. So section 15, subsection 2, clause E of CGST Act 2017 states that transaction value shall include any subsidies linked to the price of goods, linked to the price of goods slash services in bracket other than CG and central government slash state government subsidy. Continue. Therefore, subsidy by Delhi government. Therefore, subsidy by Delhi government has to be excluded while computing assessable value. While computing what? While computing assessable value. Continue. Since given price of rupees 1 lakh is after considering such subsidy comma no further effect is to be given for such subsidy. Clear in all of you? Full stop. Continue. Had to be deducted it had to be deducted and it is already deducted. Is it clear? And it is already deducted. So much detail you study. Because in future I know you might get doubt on this. So at that time, even if you read the note, that is sufficient. Understood? Shall we go to next? Complete it. Done now. Next question. See this fourth question. See this fourth question. Okay. Shiv Shankar Limited, registered supplier in Maharashtra, has supplied goods to Narad Traders and Nandi Motors, located in Ahmedabad and Pune. Shiv Shankar Limited has furnished following details for current month. Okay. So what you have to do here, you have to compute GST liability. And GST liability you have to calculate including whether it is C and S or I. So for that, they have given you one information that supply made to Narad Traders is interstate. So this here there will be charge of IGST, and Nandi there will be charge of C and S. Now your task is simple. Just calculate value. On that value, calculate GST. So what will you do with price of goods? Start with that. How is the price of goods? Excluding GST. What will you do with packing? Packing is 15 to C. Commission is also 15 to C. What is weighment? 15 to C. Unless you weigh the goods, they cannot be supplied. And discount is 15 3 and it's already given. So it is before supply. So it is 15 3 A. I am still not knowing what to do with these three items because I don't know whether price is including that or excluding that. So one point is given here. Items given above have not been considered. They have not been considered means you will add, add, add. Now tell me what is the accessible value. 11,000 and there 31,000. That's it. That's it. Now calculate GST. Here IGST's rate is 18%. Check on your calci whether I am correct. Check that. And on 31,000 calculate at 9% each. How much? 2790. So 2790 is CGST and 2790 is, that's it. This was a 6 marks question. Literally very straightforward. Okay. Can presentation of this be homework? I am doing rough working. You know my rough working is how. Question number is 4. I am just giving you hint. Okay. So there are two parties. One is Narad Traders, isn't it? Another is Nandi Motors. So I have written what hint. So I am not giving heading and all. So what is the original value? Starting point 10,000 and 30,000. But I should write that this is inter. And this is intra, 10,000 and 30,000. Then what do you have? Then you have 500, 500. Here you have dash dash, and then you have 2,000. And then you have discount. So you have got accessible value slash transaction value 11,000 and 31,000. Clear till this? So far so good. Now you will calculate IGST at 18%, 1980 dash CGST at 9%, to 2780 90 2790, and HGST at 9%. Keep it simple. What is asked, just reply for that in the exam. Don't take totals of all this. Okay. Fine. So what you do for homework is giving heading and writing these item names. Notes. What notes you would have written? First note is of 15:1. Second note, which incidental. So 15 to C. Very good. Then you are excluding discount. So minusing discount. 15 3 A. You are subtracting discount. 15 3 A. What else? Any other note? No? Fine. Now write one note I am giving you. One more note should have been there here. In case of in case of in case of intrastate supply, in case of intrastate supply, there shall be charge of intra there shall be charge of CGST plus SGST, while in case of interstate supply, there shall be charge of IGST. So simple. But yes, such notes you should carefully write. How much so ever obvious you feel things, write the note. You might feel what is to be written in this, but write it. Because for you it might be obvious, no? But you have learned that, no? So you should exhibit that knowledge. Unless you exhibit that knowledge, you will not get marks for that. Done, no? Done, or anyone is doing? Now, immediately gets its answer yourself. I am giving you like 2 minutes. Get the answer. What is the answer? 5 lakh? 5 lakh 30,000. Yes. How many of you are getting 5 lakh 30,000? That is absolutely correct. You started with price of machine. It is excluding taxes and before cash discount. Good. So start with 5 lakh. Packing charges 15 to C, you will include extra charges for designing the machine. 15 to C, you will include freight. 15 to C, you will include, and they have told you that charges mentioned in 2 to 4 are not included. So what you will do? Add, add, add. So how much you got? 5, 5, 10, 5, 40. 540 you got till this point. And there is a cash discount at 2% on price of machine. It has been allowed to customer. Don't go by the word cash discount. It is given when? It is given at the time of supply. So 15 3A. Cash discount is 2% of 5 lakh. That is 10,000. What's the accessible value? Because that's your answer. This is your accessible value. Don't do anything with GST. Neglect GST in this case. Clear to all of you? I want to ask you one more thing. What notes you will write? Nothing else. My questions to you are typical. So notes you will write is 15:1. Never forget basics. 15:1, 15:2 C, 15:3 A. That's it, no? That's it actually. So you afterwards do it when you get time. If you get time. By 11:15 easily we'll complete this topic. Easily. Shall we go ahead? First question. In self-assessment, even though I'm calling it self-assessment, Some of the questions we are going to do together. K and Sons has agreed to supply refrigerator to G at his residence. K and Sons, C, agreed to supply refrigerator to G at his residence. This means delivery is included. Means as shopkeeper, I should undertake delivering the goods at your premises. Then only supply is complete. K and Sons raises invoice for 50,000. G paid 50,000 to supplier at his shop. But further G paid 1500. G means who? Recipient of supply. He paid 15,000 to the tempo agency who delivered refrigerator at his residence. More importantly, it was payable by K. It was payable by K means expense is incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier. So what you should do? You should include in as per 15 to B. So what's your assessable value? Your assessable value will be 50,000 plus 1,500. That's it. But friends, one thing is compulsory to be understood. In this question, is it told to you what is 50,000? I mean, including GST or excluding? We don't know. Make it as an assumption that 50,000 as well as 1,500 is excluding GST. Then 51,500 is correct. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Till now, whatever questions we solved, they had told you in every question. How was the price? They had told you. But in this question, unique one, they have not told us. So, write down solution. This is question number 1, self-assessment. What will you do? You will say that as per section 15(1) of CGST Act 2017, write full form, assessable value shall be transaction value, and that note you will write. Okay? Entire note of 15(1). Then you will say further, as per section 15 to B, not C. C is for incidental expense. This is B. Further, as per section 15 to B of CGST Act 2017, transaction value shall include any expenses incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of, yes, on behalf of supplier. Hence, always first, when it's a short question, so I'm not making any statement. I'm just directly writing solution. So first I'm writing the provision, then I'm writing solution. Hence, in given case, assessable value shall be rupees 50,000 plus rupees 1,500 being paid by, what's the name of the recipient of supply? Being paid by G to transport agency on behalf of K and Sons. Na? What is the name of supply? Yes, on behalf of K and Sons. Okay, equal to rupees 51,500. And it is assumed that wherever required, it is assumed that wherever required, the amounts are, how are the amounts? Exclusive of GST. Clear? Shall we go ahead? Next, Care Trader provides following information. Value of supply of goods if payment is made by 20 Jan. 6 lakh. And interest for delayed payment is how much? Interest for delayed payment will apply if payment is made after 20 Jan but before 20 Feb. Means if you pay by 20 Jan, no problem. But if you make further 1 month delay, the interest is 25,000. So what do you think? It is given that payment is made on 5th Feb, that is late. Should interest be included? Yes. As per which clause you have to include the interest? Which clause? Tell me. So 6,25,000 will be your assessable value. Which clause? D. Clause D. Perfect. Clause D. But one assumption is there. If you want to say 625 is assessable value, then assumption is that both the amounts are excluding GST. So write down. Question number is 2 of self-assessment. Yes. So what you will do, you will write first section 15(1) that you know, then you will write section 15 subsection 2 clause D of CGST Act 2070 states that TV shall include, what TV shall include? TV shall include any interest, late fees, penalty, etc. paid by paid by recipient of supply to supplier for any delay in payment. For any delay in payment. Did you get it? Therefore, assessable value will be equal to 6 lakh plus 25,000 rupees. 6 lakh 25,000. It is assumed that both given figures both given figures are what? Excluding GST. So simple. But I want to give you two sub questions to this of 1 minute each. That sub question is like this. It is sub questions to the above question. Okay. The sub question is like this. First, have you completed this? Tell me. See, what would be your answer? What would be your answer? What would be your what? Answer if all amounts are including GST at 18%. Then what will happen? Means supplier says that 6 lakh is including GST, and even if you pay any interest, I will not take GST separate on that. So in short, can I say now that 6 lakh 25,000 is transaction value including GST at what percent? 18%. So can you subtract GST at 18%? Won't that be like this? 6 lakh 25,000 into 18 by 118. Huh? How much? 90? Put it in bracket. If you want to minus it, put it in bracket and tell me what is the assessable value. Like this. 5,29,661. All of you comfortable? Okay, what would be your answer if what would be your answer if original price, what is the original price? If original price is excluding GST, but many times it happens that customer says, "ठीक है, I will give you interest, but on interest don't expect GST." So, but interest is what? Including GST. Understood now? So, what will happen in this case? Find out. What will happen in this case where interest was including GST? So basically 6 lakh is fine. It's excluding GST. I will have to add interest, but I will have to add interest excluding GST. Can you find out interest excluding GST? 25,000 into 100 upon 118. I hope you get this equation. 25,000 was equal to 118. So 100 is how much? Directly I am calculating. I could have added 25,000, subtracted GST on 25,000. Instead of that, I am directly adding amount excluding GST. How much is that? 20, 20, 21,000? Yes. So 6,21,186 is your assessable value. Understood now? What did we do? 25,000 was equal to 118. So 100 is how much? That's what we did. Completed. Understood. Next. The next topic we will start in next session only. So this session we have to just complete this. K, you tell me answer of third question. Go ahead, tell me answer of third question. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Final answer is assessable value is 30,000 plus. Now he has received two subsidies. One subsidy is from charitable trust, which is 10,000. Another subsidy is from central government, which is 14,000. So assessable value, you will neglect CG subsidy. It is to be excluded. Charitable trust subsidy is to be included. So final answer is 40,000. Assumed that given prices are excluding GST. In short, I am writing this is question number 3. Short points I am giving you. Section 15.1 would be the first point. Section 15.2 E will be the next point. So I'm not writing provisions again, but I want to tell you that it is presumed that price of rupees 30,000 is first of all is after considering that is after deducting that is after deducting subsidies. Clear? It is after deducting subsidies. It is after considering subsidies. This is what has to happen. Okay, therefore, charitable trust, right? Not NGO. Therefore, charitable trust subsidies added, while CG subsidies neglected. Therefore, assessable value is equal to 30,000 plus 10,000 equal to rupees 40,000. And then write the assumption. It is assumed that given price is excluding GST. Now, how many questions remaining? 2, that's what you feel. But there are some in super questions. That also we have to discuss. Super questions are from CA final. Fourth question. Fourth is compulsory homework. There is no challenge in fourth. Tell me answer of fourth. Tell me answer of fourth. Perfect. Answer of fourth is 3,20,000. Why it is 3,20,000? Because 200 pieces into 2,000, 4 lakh rupees, minus 20% discount, 80,000. So basically, this is as per 15(3)(a), and then you should write note of 15(1). Correct, and you will write the assumption that given amount of 2,000 is excluding GST. All these things. So, and go ahead and do the fifth. Remember, fifth goes on next page also. Otherwise, you will get half-hearted answer. Got the answer? What is the answer? How much? Okay. Small mistake you have done. 11 lakh 1060. Small mistakes you have done. So till now I have not got correct answer. 11 lakh. That is also not correct. So think what would have happened. One small mistake. One small mistake. So all of you have done one mistake. Huh? Not 960. Two mistakes you have made. Those who are giving 960, they have made two mistakes. 11. Anyone else? 11 lakh? 11 lakh 40,000 is correct answer. 11 lakh 40,000 is correct answer. Now see how. 10 lakh is list price of goods, but observe that list price. Exclusive of taxes, it is already. Okay. And discounts means discount, if any, you have to minus. Taxes levied by municipal authority, include or exclude? It should be included as per 15(2)(a). Please add. Someone subtracted CGST and SGST. Don't subtract. Don't subtract. Because already given price is exclusive of taxes. So it's exclusive of C and SGST. So no effect of this. No effect of this. Packing charges. Add. Because it is given not included in the price above. Question is very specific. So as per 15(2)(c), please add. KG Private Limited received 40,000 as subsidy from NGO. They are very specific that 10 lakh is after considering such subsidy. Is after deducting. So this 40 you will have to add as per 15(2)(e). I think nobody made mistake in this. And lastly, there is a discount of 2% on list price of goods. So 15(3)(a). 10 lakh into 2%. 20,000. Please minus that 20,000. So 10 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 20,000 plus 40,000 minus 20,000. Final answer is exam fit question. Many notes. What notes? So I hope you have done the marking there. What notes? Needless to say, 15(1), 15(2)(a), 15(2)(c), 15(2)(e), and 15(3)(a). Perfect. So very nice question. I hope all of you understood your mistakes. If anyone has any doubt, please let me know. Because now we are entering into CA final zone questions. Thank you. Now we are going in CA final questions. So please tell me super sums page number. We'll go to super sums. Super sums point 1, first set of super sums. I think they will start at 60. Just guess. Not 60, they are starting at, huh. Remember, they are starting at 64. In PDF, they are starting at 64. Super sums, I will tell you which one to solve. Exactly which to solve. Huh. But ITC is also there. So don't solve it now. Huh. 22nd question, page 23 of super sums. 22nd question of Candy Blue Limited. Be honest with yourself and don't see the solution. Don't see the solution. See if you are able to get the answer. No, it was Inter only. 5 marks question, May 18. It is CA Inter question only. Go ahead. Work out on each point in your mind and using calci and tell me what answer you are getting. Really nice question. Two subsidies are there. And institute has given clear cut instruction that items already adjusted in price given in one above, and then information of two subsidies is given, and not adjusted in price above, and then information of municipal tax, packing charges, and late fee is given. What is the answer? 13 lakh, 11,000. All of you are getting 13, 11. Honestly, yes, I know honesty. We find honesty among students. So 1240, then you will add this subsidy. Which subsidy? Trade association. This you will neglect because it shouldn't be included and it is not included. Okay, so here will come note of 15 to E and one note will be of 15 1. What will you do with taxes levied by municipal authority? Yes, taxes by municipal authority. Add. Why add? Yes, 15 to A. Taxes other than GST. Packing charges, add. And why you are saying add? Because they are not adjusted. And what about late fees? 15 to D. So what's the final answer? 13 lakh. Just go to next page and check. You can present like this also in the exam. In the particulars column in the bracket itself, write the relevant point instead of notes. That is also one possible way of presentation. Next, try 23rd. It was asked in mock test paper of April 23. You have to calculate taxable value as well as tax liability. Again, I would say very nice question. Yes, friends. Anyone got the answer? Anyone with the answer? 11 lakh? 52,857. Okay, now see what happened. Price of goods is excluding what? Tax. Good. So start with 10 lakhs. So what will you do with tax by municipal authority? 15 to A. You will add subsidy. Subsidy is from Jiva Enterprises, means not government. So what will you do with subsidy? Add. It's given also. That is after considering such subsidy. Is after deducting subsidy. So you will add 15 to E. What will you do with amount incurred by Y Limited for post delivery inspection? These charges incurred are post receipt of goods by Y Limited. I think you must have neglected this because this is not connected with supply. Have you excluded this? Means not included, means not added, no effect. because it's not connected with supply, it is after supply. So this one was a good point. In respect of above, G Enterprises procured some raw material. Who is G Enterprises? Supplier. Y Limited is recipient of supply. G Limited had procured some raw material for which it owed 25,000. So it was liability of G, supplier. But the amount was paid by Y. Who is Y? Recipient of supply. So what are we going towards? We are going towards 15 to B. Amount incurred by recipient of supply on behalf of supplier. Add. So how much you got till this point? 10 lakh plus 10,000 plus 1 lakh, 11 lakh 10,000 plus 25. Till this point, I think we have got 11 lakh 35. Now what happens? One thing, payment of consideration for the above was delayed. Payment was delayed by Y Limited. Hence, interest amount of 20,000 in lump sum was also charged by Guru Enterprises. In lump sum is the catch. So everyone understood that this is 15 to D and we should include. But friends, how much? Word lump sum means it is including GST. That is the assumption of meaning of the word lump sum. What else lump sum will mean? Lump sum means over and above this, nothing will be recovered. So in short, that 20,000 will be including 12% GST. So it will be 112. So I should include only 100. So how much you are getting? 17,000 plus 857. Now in 1135, add this. 11 lakh 52. So how many of you could think of this? Lump sum? No. So 1152, 857 is final AV. And now what is GST on this? So I don't know whether it is intra or inter. Check. It is intra because supplier is in Delhi. Recipient of supply is also in Delhi. I'm assuming that it is an intrastate supply, location of supplier, and I'm also assuming place of supply is in same state. So calculate C plus SGST on 1152, 857 at 6% each. Got it? Clear, all of you? Shall we go ahead? Any doubt, anyone? Next. Now go to set 2. There is a set 2 also of super sums. Go to set 2. In set 2 also, I think there is a question of value of supply. Yesterday we solved one question from set 2. Yes, CA final 5 marks. Vayu Limited, May 2018 question. 5 marks. Go ahead, take it as a challenge and tell me the answer. Be honest with yourself. You know why I'm saying that. Nothing difficult. Perfect. So I think all of you have got enough confidence now in this topic. The way we did this topic, each and every topic will be done same way. Not only GST, income tax also. So after getting so much confidence, in fact, I am planning that if we complete, my planning is that we complete GST by 30. So 31st we can start with income tax. My planning is if I can complete everything by 29th, 30th, I can dedicate only for CA final question. From CA final module, I don't have it in typed form, but what I can do is I can make a Google Drive for you. In that post all the that relevant part of TYK questions directly from CA final module, and I can give it to you. That is my plan. Let's see. But we can't do it at the cost of income tax. So if it is possible to do till 30th, then it will be great. Because some questions are really worthy of that final level. They take your knowledge to next level. See, so 76 is the starting point here. What will you do with special packing? You will add it. You will include it as per 15 to C. Okay. It is to be charged to the customer, means of course to be recovered from him. Duty levied. What will you do with duty levied? By local authority. Given 76 was exclusive of taxes. So you will 15 to A. CGST, SGST neglect, because that has to be excluded, and given price is excluding taxes. What will you do with subsidy from NGO? 15 to E. What will you do with discount? This discount is given, it is recorded in the invoice. So it is a before supply. 15.3A. How much is discount? I think 76,000 into 3%. What is that? 2280. Minus it and check what is the accessible value. And turn the page, you will get that golden figure. Clear? And it is solved exactly the way I want. That is with notes. Clear? So I think we have given good justice to topic of value of supply, because I told you compulsory 5 marks will be dedicated. When you are doing this topic well, you are covering a very important aspect in GST. Not only from exam perspective, practical perspective also, and of course from CA final perspective also. Same topic continues at final level. Only what gets added? Rules. 27 to 35 get added. Okay, but these basic things so continue. Fine. So right now what is the time? 11. Assume it is 11. Assume it is 11. So what we will do? We will meet at 11:15 and then we will continue till 1:15. We will start with new topic. That is, now value of supply is done. We will do time of supply. Okay. So see you at 11:15. Bye bye.